Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Ittle Dew Plus. Ittle Dew 2 Plus. Let's see if we can get out of the menu. Apparently it started raining as I was pausing the game. You know, there's something I feel like that is missing in this that you normally wouldn't be missing in, say, a game like... Ooh, what's a good example? The Secret of Monkey Island. The Secret of Monkey Island is... There's not much of a view here, which that probably indicates something. There was kind of this irrelevance in the Secret of Monkey Island, this parody, this comedy to it, but with some also characterization of the main characters somewhat. So I just have to defeat everybody in here, which, ooh, that's gonna be difficult to do. Yeah, I don't know if I can really take these guys out, so we'll take our first death just to see where we respawn. We respawned it out of the area where we were, and interestingly enough, the toggle clear on the map does not save, or did not save. So the fact that we're in Ittle Dew 2, and we really don't, I think, have enough backstory. Clearly I need more health and a stronger weapon, is kind of a problem. Wow, you're an adventurer. I got a hint for you. You know those 5 musical pillars? You need to hit them in ascending order. I don't know what the musical pillars are. And I guess we'll go with the standard Zelda attempt to just break each wall. And then you have a problem with the map kind of hiding the question marks if you're standing on them. See a bunch of different colorful butterflies, but I don't know if that means anything. And I'm gonna have to get some rhythm to taking out these guys. Otherwise they are going to manage to just constantly wreck me. Let's see. Slippery slope, don't go there, it's dangerous. And this is just yet another area that we're not ready for. What it feels like to me is that we should get some new ability. What was the explanation here? There's a secret in the fields outside my subordinate's house. It's the one decidedly less luxurious than this one. Was this a house? Let's see. Yeah, I don't think Star Woods actually connects to the area on the left here. So I'm wasting a decent amount of time. Yeah, I just feel like there should be more characterization. A actual bad guy, bad girl, other than just somebody named Jenny. And the other enemies that we've seen around. Seems like there's just candy on the edges. Over there is a stop sign. Munch munch, an open wall behind the power saw. While they turn in place, the plant behind the chest is not like the rest. Dance, dance, the cats in Lonely Road know all about the sparkling white gates. Ooh, I know, you know what they say about the man in the house on the hill. He has seagulls in the basement. So this is like a whole collection of hints. 4 incomplete signs, what do they mean? They told me I'd play for her live audience. And you're getting different music. That's interesting. I don't know if it's helpful, but it's interesting. And you can't jump off ledges. Yeah. In the first game, you got money and your main goal was to buy everything. There's supposed to be a changing tint somewhere in this area, but I just can't find it. Oh well, I'll just change into my ultimate fire breathing form in here. Some of these are not monsters apparently. Also, it seems like there's a... Alright. I gotta be slightly careful here. There we go. Yeah, it feels like we've got to get something more than just secret shards. We've got to get some upgrade to a weapon, which probably relates to the idea of defeating some monster. Yeah, I guess the lightning bolt just is a explosion that happens that maybe hurts enemies. And here we have just a thong sitting on here on the surface. Tastes like ocean. Feels like each of those vocal prompts are something of importance when we find them. Let's see, we're just kind of wandering around. What is the name of this? Sweetwater Coast. Interesting. World shattering shock confession. Hyper headline actually hyperbole. Let's see. Psst. You there? Ever heard about the transport caves? Yeah, try a cave near the changing tint, bedazzlement guaranteed, hee hee. And that's another cave scroll, which I'm more than happy to collect. Yeah, if anything, I guess the problem even relates back to the first game. If you really think about it, the first game should have had some interesting introduction and characterization to the main area, to the main game, and to Ittle and her little flying fox friend, who is really just there to give you hints if you absolutely need them, and odds are you won't need them. Where's the changing tint, though? Sandcastle remind, when a dungeon is fully complete, it gets a crown icon on the world map. So, yeah. They're telling you that specifically so that you know that you've not gotten everything. So I guess it probably is just smart to just go into this area. Oh boy, feel the smell of treasure chests full of items relevant to our quest. Ugh, at this rate it'll take 3 more adventures to get the sand out of my fur. Don't be silly, just wash it out with some health potion. I would if we had any, but someone quaffed it all the moment we set out on this adventure. That was you. I know. So, maybe the first game had health potions and I just don't remember. It's been a while. Probably wouldn't hurt. This puzzle opens a shortcut. You may not be able to solve it with your current items. See, and that's kind of ridiculous that they would say that when they've specifically said that every puzzle in an area has been is solvable. Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage that we had to do there. There's a brick with a secret mark on here. It looks like a robot. Note to self, all the secret caves on the overworld can be found and completed using only a stick. So you're getting like hints on top of hints on top of hints for unimportant things. It does kind of leave you with this feeling that you're in this kind of position where you don't want to actually focus on the main story in the main game instead of having the side quests at least feel like they are making the main story easier to do or quicker. It feels like the side quests are the real focus and everything else is just kind of unnecessary wastes of time. See, if I push us down this way, that doesn't solve that push puzzle, doesn't. So let's walk out and walk back in. You have to go down this far, which I feel like makes it impossible to succeed unless you can do something like that. And I guess maybe that's the trick. We've got the Force Wand, shoots magical projectors that push and damage things. Alright. So, wow, these orbs not very linear in their moves. But now that we all of a sudden have a distance item that seems like it is slow, it definitely is more useful. So maybe we will just get more items all in this first level, and that way we'll have all of our abilities at least default. Sticks are flammable apparently. Use the roll ball to move to pass through objects, traps, to attacks, traps, and projectiles. Wow, so it does just highlight you. It does highlight you completely as being invincible, and very long invincibility frames too. So I gotta be a little careful here. Let's see. If you don't have a key for the store, but you have a lockpick, you'll use the lockpick instead. Why would I have a lockpick? So I'm just gonna try and hit these guys multiple times from a distance. Come get some more health. There's a little bit of a problem in the setup of their attacks. They spin no matter what attack they're going to do. First one can push blocks from afar, which... Okay. How's that gonna help me? I mean, they do seem like they might be slightly helpful. Okay, we've got something over here. And we're dead. Okay. So how much progress did that waste? What did we lose there? Was it really any, or was it none at all? Didn't feel like we really lost any progress. And we hit that, and now we have another quarter of our heart. Okay. Stand here. Push that. Push that. Push that. Push that. Okay. So they ride alongside the tops of the spikes, so they're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little weird that your movements only move a small fraction of the square that you're standing on. It's like you can pretty much free roam on all of that. Because normally in a game where you would see tiles like that, Force 1 can reflect enemy projectiles. Normally in that scenario you would expect to move one square with every move, even with the D-pad control doesn't even work, so like that's kind of a shame that doesn't work. I imagine there is a decent percentage of people that would prefer to play with the D-pad. And I guess we've done everything on this map. So up we go, refill, and take on the same bosses. Seems very much like the same bosses. Le Bialdo. Ah, you're finally here. Same bosses from the first game. Who's this guy? I'm Le Bialdo, and I'm here to avenge my cousin. Okay, so technically this is just my day job. The giant robot is part of the office dress code, but I'll still have my revenge. Ittle, do you know what he's talking about? I don't remember smacking any red cubes. His cousin must have been really forgetful. Nah, new Kanoknar Laxon. It took weeks to glue him back together. I don't know what that is supposed to be. If that's supposed to be Spanish or what. Gross. Yes, now, have at you. So he's gonna apparently attack me like a giant chicken. So yeah, we've kind of got the pattern, although I didn't move fast enough. We do know there is an option to make the fights easier, and honestly, for as simplistic and short as the rest of the game is, it might make sense to take them up on that option. I kind of vaguely remember the first game being a little bit like this too, where the boss fights were a little bit more difficult than was realistic for the game to be asking, particularly considering how short and sweet and simplistic the rest of the game is. And the fights with the other enemies in the world do also seem to be a little hard. I'm not gonna claim to be an expert, but I really don't see why this challenge helps anything, really. Easier combat. And if that kicked me out of an achievement, I really couldn't care. Let's see how this plays now. Because it does just feel like they're stretching for time when better content, more content would be helpful. Just more characters, more story, more challenges, more side missions. I feel like, if not the first couple Zelda games, definitely by the time you're playing A Link to the Past and the Game Boy Zelda games, you are at that point getting tons of side content. And it doesn't even have to be particularly good, it just has to be fairly decent experience, just enough. And see, I don't know why they would make the combat easier instead of just have you take maybe less damage. But either way, we did it. Now we have a second raft piece. And my only real hope would be that perhaps we will find the situations slightly different than what it seems like, and we will get a raft, and the raft will give us an excuse to sail around the island and maybe even sail to different islands. There's a cube here. I don't know what to do with the cube though. We found that if we run around some things that will do something. There's a cave over here. There's a cave down here. What is this? 3, 3, 3. Green. Seems to be, if I was to guess. It's not Falter or Death. Okay. Okay, I see what I need to do. I need to do this. And then I need to go on purple. And then I need to go on orange. Now we've got a lockpick. Opens any locked door if you don't have a key. And lockpicks are outside of the main story area dungeons. So they become slightly more valuable. And it does just seem like sometimes there's random things for no good reason. It's easier fighting, probably, if it has done anything, has just kind of slowed down the reaction time of the enemies. That seems to be about all it has done. And is there anything more? You really are in no spot to not play as a completionist in this kind of game. It doesn't make sense at all. I would have thought that that might have knocked something off, but apparently not. I would say, on the other hand, when I think about how you have 4 face buttons here to use, it is a slight improvement compared to playing a Game Boy game where you would have had only an A button and a B button, and then you would have had to jump through the menu quite a bit to try and use the right items at the right time. I think it's gone stale. Yeah, that definitely happened. The treasure chest says this is called the treasure chest, or ... the treasure chest. Well, yeah, we're just making a lot of shortcuts. And I'm uncertain to the real value of these shortcuts. Yeah, okay. Are we supposed to try and take the downward path? Or are we supposed to just teleport our way back around? I think we're supposed to investigate this area. Although, I guess what's the point of actually fighting these guys who seem to have heat-seeking attacks? Why fight them when you could just as easily kind of run away from them? Let's go in here. You remind me of an adventurer who threatened hints out of me a long time ago. Next time I see her, I'm gonna beat her up. It probably is me. Another cave scroll. And I guess maybe there's a reason to break these things? Maybe. It's gonna be kind of lame if we already have a lockpick and that means the lockpick always works. And we never need to collect a key again. Because I'm fairly certain they said that put it on, find a changing tent to put it on. I have yet to find a changing tent. But yeah, it does feel like if we found a key in a level and then we use the lockpick instead, we would just lose that key, which kind of then just makes the lockpick ultimately useful and ruins the... This one tastes just fine. Kind of ruins the desire to do half of the sub-puzzles in the game. And this game definitely feels like it's going to be a little too short to justify removing any content or bridging any content. North is the Star Wars, southeast is the changing tent. We've got another teleportation. Actually, we could do this. I think we can probably come over here and do a little side mission. Let's see. If we can open this door, we can do this puzzle. Hey, where'd all my items go? I guess this dungeon temporarily disabled them, except for the ones you need to solve it. Well, that's clearly cheating. What's the point of my items if I can't use them whenever I want? I hate to disappoint you, but it looks like having your items locked will be something of a theme in the dream world. So, it's like a challenge then. Bring it on. Yeah. I would say that is kind of the problem with this story, is that the main character is just kind of not, she's kind of nothing. Like, she's just like, oh yeah, I'll take on a challenge. Why not? So these balls of energy will push me back, but they won't push me back far enough. They'll only push me back one square. So these are just straight up light puzzles by the looks of it. Man, I need to quit falling to my death. It's not even taking any health away, so... So, like, I do this, and then... Oh, I had plenty of time. And so you can get a little bit of timing there to balance things around. So you gotta get it at an angle, which you would have thought this would have been a game more locked into the full 4 axes of gameplay. And it really sucks you don't have a D-pad now. Alright. So I have to basically stand where I'm gonna be and then roll here. And we've apparently energized a generator on that side. Alright. That's not gonna work. I don't know what is gonna work actually. There's some kind of shield system that's just gonna push things back. Alright. But it's not gonna help too much. Okay, we hit this. And then what? What are you doing? Trying to bounce something? Like, it won't bounce on normal blocks. Could this be something as challenging as like doing that and getting hit while it's in the air? That would be insane. I think it's something. I have to do something like this. I have to hit this, wait. Hit this, wait. Wait till it starts bouncing back. Hit it again. Ooh. Alright. Oh, that did move us to two things. Interesting. Well, how are we supposed to know that? Feels like this should have been definitely a point. Oh man, I got it that time. This should have definitely been something that was talked about. So we're taking damage somehow. So I've got to hit this, stand off, hit this. No, that's not it. I've got to hit this, step off, and then when it bounces back, hit it like that. Alright, hit this, step off, hit it like that, stay off. Okay. Now what? How do I hit the other one? Yeah, game? Let's go try another area. This door is just totally locked. Let me ask this question. If I have this, yeah, that won't work. But there's no way to do that either. Okay. Now what? Yeah, you don't get to hit it with a stick. If this bounces that way, it just hits the block. And the shield is still enabled. So even if I was to bump myself over this way, which I think maybe is what they want me to do, is something like that. Yeah, that won't work. If there was a bounce, that would make sense. But there is no bounce. What if we were to do this, bounce this, do this, bounce this, then do that? Oh, I see. It's gonna be challenging though. Seems like that's the name of the game here. to do that. Bounce once, fire back, off, bounce once. And then probably I need to let it bounce twice at that point. Fire. Nope, that's not gonna quite do it. Bounce, bounce. It's gotta chase it. So bounce here, do that, bounce here, fire. And then I need to step off. Ooh, there's just so much tight control here. I almost had it that time. That was quite the challenge. And now it looks like we're just going to be playing a little bit of Pipe Dream. Solve this puzzle, which isn't too challenging. I definitely don't feel like there was anything close to this in the first game. I don't think there were any kind of puzzles like this. If there were any kind of puzzles like this, they were things that I chose. Interesting. So I fell to my death. Oh, so I guess at the beginning of this, it does kind of show you that the orbs combine. There we go. Get in the right place and get the timing right. And you do have to get it almost perfect. There we go. And we now have fish buns. Searches for higher purpose has only found dirt and sand. What's funny is that's 1 of 40. I don't feel like there's much of a reason for these collectible cards to exist. And it definitely does feel like they are kind of never implemented in such a way. It feels like there should be like a collectible card game, even if it is a simplistic single player experience. This, I think, is just, we gotta roll to get up to that point. Are we capable of shooting on the other sides of these? No. How about now? Alright, so I open the doors. Is there a way you can get through an area like this? Feels like the game is being particularly careful. Ginny Safe would rather be as far away from the adventure as possible right now. Yeah, it almost feels like there should be some kind of collectible advertisement thing. There's no switch on this side. I don't think we can do that quite yet. Wait a minute. You're perfectly safe on these, aren't you? Okay. Okay, I see what we're gonna do. gonna wait for that to disappear. And then get over this way. And hit that, hit that, hit that, hit that. Which probably means we need to 1, so 1, 2. It'd be nice if there's a little bit of a ledge grab here. Let's see. Is there any way this would work? Two, three. I mean, I could just hit that guy, but neither one of these want to really work fast. That just hits a wall. 1. So 1 downward shot. And then this. And then this. Doesn't work. 1 angled shot. And then this. And that, I guess, works. So we have to go here. To go left, then down, and then not fall to your death. It would be so more helpful if there was either a little bit of a ledge grab or if there was just a barrier in specific spots. And we may have to do a little bit of timing because you definitely are going to have to get there at a specific time. I don't know if there really is a good reason. Well, I don't think I was supposed to be able to do that, but let's see if it resets them. Yeah, it did reset them. Man, these controls are a little bit rough. Let's see. Down, down. This may have been what I kind of had a problem with in the first game. And I don't think I had a ton of problems with the first game, but I can definitely see how we're gonna start to have a problem with this game, as it seems to be more than happy to let you just fall to your death. And seriously, why is there just no controls for the D-pad? See, up. See, press a button. Up on the D-pad, not working. So yeah, you can't even use the D-pad. That's crazy. It's real crazy. I mean, I guess we could get a hint. Force once, projectiles will bounce on all sorts of things. See what happens if you collide with each other. Remember to check your map. Yep. One, two, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. And it just goes full pain in the butt mode. There's really no way to get away from that. Let's come over here and see what that does for us. We can line ourselves up fairly straight. Feels like the controls are getting less consistent. There's a magnet over there, but I don't know how you'd activate that magnet. There's a magnet over here. Okay. How could I get down that way? Well, I guess I can't. I don't even see what's down there. So how am I supposed to know what I'm hitting? Alright, so am I supposed to do something crazy like this? Yeah, it feels like I have to do something like this, and then this, and then this. And time that some way so that we can get an explosion that would let me jump. Well, actually, no I don't, do I? That's actually fairly easy. But that didn't do anything for us to be in that area. Like, can I possibly... You can't really roll, and you can't really, I think, get too away from a kind of linear jump. So yeah, I don't think I can just grab a ledge that is a couple of places away. And I can't get it to bounce back that way. Come this way. Do this. No, you'd have to do something really crazy. You would have to just hope that this would bounce. You can't turn the mirrors or anything. Let me see if we can get past one wide jumps. No. So I can get over there, which gets me back to the center of the place. Is there something about this? No. And it looks like your hint is going to be the same each time. Check the map. It does seem like there is something down in that direction that is something you would need to access. Yeah, let's just die and gain our health back. Is there something we missed, or now with more knowledge would make more sense? I don't think so. On this side, it does kind of feel like the game has gone from being fairly linear and easy to understand to being fairly complicated. And I guess we'll turn that back on. Let's go back up here and see if there's something we missed. We need the door to be fully powered. By the looks of it. We go up, and we go down, and we go left, and we go right. It's just all the same place. So yeah, we know we need to be over here at least at some point. Which means we need to solve this puzzle. Which means I really wish there was a sensitivity option here. If this is how they were going to do it. Alright. You know what? Maybe it's not so much of a challenge as I think. Maybe I can just do something kind of at that line. Just don't fall to your death. Get the angle right. Down, down. Get the angle right. Let's see. I could have done it there. So I know what to do. It's just a matter of timing and being careful enough to not fall to your death. And it is way easier than it seems. I thought this was going to be a case where you had to specifically explode it really far away, but you just move the targets. Man, even that though doesn't seem like it works. Yeah, that took forever. And I guess we'll just have to end on that success because we've been going an hour here, 45 minutes were the lengths of these episodes that I wanted to do, but clearly I bit off more than I could really chew taking on these puzzle dungeons. They are full-on dungeons by the looks of them, and they are going to be a bit of a challenger, and all they're going to give us is the cards. So I feel like there's a decent chance the game would be a lot better if there were more than just a small handful of dungeons left to get raft pieces. I imagine that should be like the beginning of the first act, and there should be a second act, if not a third act. And we'll have to spread out our playing of these puzzle areas. We'll probably try and do them all because Heck, it seems like there's not that many of them, but boy, have I spent a lot of extra time doing this side puzzles for very little reward. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.